According to the job board, there are currently over 50,000 job openings for software testing in the tech industry. Whether you are trying to change your career or simply want to start one, TechFiles can help you get into the IT industry. TechFiles has worked with the various professionals currently working in the IT industry to design career-driven curriculum that can help you land a job upon graduation. So, what is SDET, or Software QA Automation Testing? SDET, Software Development Engineer and Test, or simply Full Stack Automation Tester, is a quality assurance engineer who can manually perform the user actions or write logical code to validate the functionalities and the usability of an application. An enterprise-level application is built with front-end, middle tier, and back-end. When you train with TechFiles to become an automation engineer, you will be taught with the latest technology that hiring managers are looking for in potential employees. Our instructors guide you as you start from the basics of understanding the theoretical perspective of software testing lifecycle to your progression as you learn about manual testing, SQL for data validation, and learn to code with Java for testing front-end application with Selenium. You will also be learning to test the middle tier with Postman, SOAP UI, and Rest Assured. In addition to being part of this excellent learning platform, TechFiles' Career Development Center assists you with resume building and interview preparation. So when the time comes, you will be ready to face the technical interviews and receive multiple job offers. Visit techfiles.com to enroll and get started. You can also be a part of this rewarding tech industry. No prior experience needed. Call TechFiles 800-666-8704. Get trained. Get hired.
They include training for positions that are, for instance, for quality assurance automation engineers, DevOps engineers, Java developers. Not only do we train you from a technical perspective, but we work you up on developing your personality, your communication skills, and basically prepping you for an interview.
Okay, that's great. Now, I recall someone from your team mentioning something about attitude. So what is the importance of attitude when it comes to TechFios?
Great question. So I think, I'm sure this is FunAsia, so most of your listeners are from the Asian community. And I think when it comes to where we originate from, I'm from Bangladesh, we do have a rigid attitude that is kind of taught to us and we kind of inherit from our families. But in the United States, there's a different etiquette, right? And those etiquettes include an attitude where you emote that you're someone who is confident. You emote that you're somebody who has a certain level of confidence. You emote that you're capable, right? And these are things that you can only do based off certain hints and words that come out of your mouth during an interview. So no matter how much technical skills you may know, when it comes to getting employed in the U.S., they're just not looking for skills, because most people, most competent IT teams, directors, they know that they can train anybody to learn new skills. But it's more difficult to train somebody to learn a new attitude, right? An attitude where, you're hardworking, where you care, where you get along with everybody, where, again, you have a level of confidence, level of competency. So these kind of things, a lot of us, we don't have those skills. We don't know how to deal with the people that we work with, or how to present those present those emotional
skills. The interpersonal communication as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we have that gap, and in this country, unfortunately, that's what sells. We're kind of fooled to think that it's always based off merit, but it's not. Because I can give you an example. I've worked as a hiring manager for about 3 years. And, I was interviewing a project manager once, and it was an hour interview. I interviewed the first one. I had a list of questions I wanted to ask. The individual had every single question right and properly. When the interview was over, my manager asked me, so how did you do? I'm like, he did great. He answered everything right. So are you going to hire? I said, no. And he's like, what? You just told me you did great. I'm like, you did great, but for the hour that we spent, I felt like he was annoying me. And in my head, I'm like, hey, I'm going to hire this person. And if he annoyed me for an hour, how am I going to feel 8 hours a day, right?
Oh my God.
So yeah. I know what I'm saying feels horrible, but that is the reality of this world. Well, the reality of the United States. And we have to conform to those realities and present ourselves that way. And a lot of us don't look into that, because in TechFios, when you get trained, we spend 6 months training you, and then we assess you. And when we're assessing you, we just don't look at, hey, is your technical skills up to 100% or not? There are other skills, like your communication skills, like your interpersonality. And those will also determine and gauge and help you make up for the weaknesses on your technical skills to help you get a better job.
All right. Thank you so much, Adnan, for that information. Folks, if you've just tuned in, we are talking to Adnan. He's with TechFios, and it's an IT training company that also helps with placement. So here's my question to you, Adnan. I know TechFios is a company that can train someone in the IT field, teach them different things. But the fact that attitude is so important, can you build someone's attitude, or how does TechFios help someone change their attitude?
All right. So that's very hard to do, but the only person that can make that impact and learn, because we're always going to be focused in every session you take, we're going to tell you, hey, this is how you would answer this question. If somebody is asking a certain question, they're just not looking for an answer. It could be a trick question. And, they're looking for something else. And those things are usually geared towards how you present yourself, how your attitude is coming off. And the only thing we would expect from our students is that they're open-minded to understand those things. It's very difficult to change somebody's attitude or your interpersonality skills, but you have to look around you. You have to look at your instructors, your classmates, and just kind of absorb how we're working as a team, how we're relating to each other, how we're helping each other. And as you kind of get into that mode, you'll be able to kind of transition any rigidness that you previously held, or any biased, positions that you felt like you were in before and kind of transition to a better one where it's more accessible to the etiquettes in the job market today.
That's great. And if anyone out there is thinking about going into the IT industry, you definitely want to get in touch with TechFios because they can help you and guide you in the right direction. Their number is 1-800-666-8704, or you can visit techfios.com. So, Adnan, how is the stimulus bill going to affect the IT market?
Oh, well, $1.9 trillion. Sounds like a lot of money. It's still not, but it's great. I think once you get money out to people, the average Joe, it's a great thing because most people that don't have money end up spending money. And when they're spending the money, they are kind of, driving the economy, right? They're putting it back into the economy. And the IT world, it's a support group, right? Technology doesn't solve everything. It solves things for other industries, right? The way you do banking, the way you communicate, the way you handle your healthcare, right? So it's a support group. And as long as other businesses and industries are being invested in, then IT automatically gets a pump. And they're able to jump in and kind of put investments in and just make people's lives easier. So as long as people are spending money, other industries grow, IT is going to grow with it.
All right, great. Now, we know that in most schools, colleges, and universities, we have semester system where classes start, every semester. So what about TechFios? When do you all start your new classes, or if there's a good time to start?
So we hold based off the classes, so if you're going to go for the QA route, we have different timings. For the DevOps route, different timings. For the Java developer route, different timings. For QA, I'm going to assume most of your listeners are beginners. So for automation QA, we hold about 8 sessions a year. Those sessions start about every 1.5 months. The next session is starting in April 17th. So you can go ahead and join our orientation. We have an orientation tonight at 8 o'clock. Today's Thursday. And we also have in-person orientations every Saturday at 1. So you would come into our office in the Dallas area and attend an in-person orientation. You can see the facilities, see other students, see the instructors, and kind of see who we are. Is it ever a good time to join? I think that's kind of on you. I want to mention, and I think maybe this is a longer conversation we could say for next time, but there's a commitment to the program. So you can start halfway through the program. You can start at the very end. You can start at the very beginning because the way we structured it, you could really put your foot in the door at any time. But there's a big commitment. So is it a good time to start or not? It's kind of on you, on your capabilities, on you prioritizing this, on you giving time to this.
Okay, fair enough. Well, guys, you heard Adnan. As he said, if you're ready to commit, then call 1-800-666-8704. Change your career, change your life. You can also visit techfios.com. Adnan, it's always a pleasure talking to you, and look forward to talking to you again perhaps next week.
Awesome, great.
All right,
you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
According to the job board, there are currently over 50,000 job openings for software testing in the tech industry. Whether you are trying to change your career or simply want to start one, TechFios can help you get into the IT industry. TechFios has worked with the various professionals currently working in the IT industry to design career-driven curriculum that can help you land a job upon graduation. So, what is SDET, or Software QA Automation Testing? SDET, Software Development Engineer and Test, or simply Full Stack Automation Tester, is a quality assurance engineer who can manually perform the user actions or write logical code to validate the functionalities and the usability of an application. An enterprise-level application is built with front-end, middle tier, and back-end. When you train with TechFios to become an automation engineer, you will be taught with the latest technology that hiring managers are looking for in potential employees. Our instructors guide you as you start from the basics of understanding the theoretical perspective of software testing lifecycle to your progression as you learn about manual testing, SQL for data validation, and learn to code with Java for testing front-end application with Selenium. You will also be learning to test the middle tier with Postman, SOAP UI, and Rest Assured. In addition to being part of this excellent learning platform, TechFios' Career Development Center assists you with resume building and interview preparation. So when the time comes, you will be ready to face the technical interviews and receive multiple job offers. Visit techfiles.com to enroll and get started. You can also be a part of this rewarding tech industry. No prior experience needed. Call TechFiles 800-666-8704. Get trained. Get hired.